this will probably be heard.
Oh. And good evening and welcome back to Bushel Prairie City High School this evening as we have doubleheader boys basketball action as the Rushville Industry Rockets in town. Thank you for tuning in here to TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH, and our pregame show sponsor, that is JoJo's Gaming Parlor, offers the best gaming experience in the McDonough County area. Stop in for a cold drink and a chance to take home a nice wad of cash while you're at it. Also on game nights, check out the TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH events live on the big screen, as I apparently can't talk this Friday evening. Come join your friends at JoJo's, located at 776 North Cole Street in Bushel, and cheer the Spartans on to victory. Chris Rankhauser and Dwayne Hewlett here courtside as we get ready for JV basketball action. And Dwayne, we've seen kind of a tale of two games for this JV Spartan squad.
Yeah.
It looked really good last Friday night against West Prairie, and offensive output was not there on Tuesday night against South Fulton.
No, but it was good enough to get a win, and I guess that's winning good, winning big, winning ugly, winning any way you can win is a good thing, right? So they got the win against South Fulton, but wait, are we talking JV or varsity?
We're talking both.
Yeah, we're talking both. They did. Huh?
They both.
I've got Shauna Yoakum's over there hanging up senior photos, and I started watching that and forgot what I was talking about. It's been that kind of week. It's been so crazy here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. We took in West Prairie on Monday, as most of you know. We had some issues on Tuesday when our first double broadcast, which we had internet problems here. We had camera problems in West Prairie, and then we had board issues in West Prairie. Then Wednesday night, everything went good, and then Thursday night, everything went good. And as of right now, knock on wood, everything's going good right now. So let's hope we've got the bugs worked out and we get stuff worked through. But 6 minutes before game time, essentially, and we're having a good night so far. And the Spartans, you know, we talked about tale of two games. It's been a tale of four games, really. First two were really rough, and the second two have been at least wins. If they weren't the South Fulton game, maybe wasn't the prettiest game, but it was a win. And so it's been a tale of, four games, really, that we if you'd have watched those first two contests, you would have thought, man, it's going to be a long season. Yep. But then they come back with the next two and look pretty good.
Well, and if you remember back, Coach Snyder said, I think when we played Knoxville, that was first game for Bushel Prairie City, and they already had five games under their belt by the time they played here that night. And I'm going to be curious to see this evening if we get how the free throws go for both JV and varsity, because we saw that was quite an issue on Tuesday night for both squads.
Yeah.
As we are now under 5 minutes here on the pregame show clock on the JoJo's Gaming Parlor pregame show. JoJo's Gaming Parlor offers the best gaming experience in the McDonough County area. Stop in for a cold drink and a chance to take home a nice wad of cash while you're at it. Also on game nights, check out the TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH events live on the big screens. Come join your friends at JoJo's, located at 776 North Cole Street in Bushel, and cheer the Spartans on to victory. As we were talking, the JV Spartan squad at 2-2, losses in their opening two games of the season, and wins last Friday night over West Prairie and a win Tuesday night over South Fulton. That JV contest was a 25-19 win for BPC over the Rebels. as it was a single-digit contest at halftime for both squads in that Tuesday night JV contest.
Yeah, there's been, I don't know. There's been all kinds of stuff going on for this JV squad, and there's a little bit more going on for the whole squad right now. So we'll see how everything shakes out tonight. Heard some rumors and stories about some of the better players for Rushville having some issues and haven't been playing as much. So we won't talk about what I heard, but I will say that we'll wait and see if they're able to play up to the potential that, everybody thought Rushville Industry would have coming into this season. So we'll see how they answer some early season issues for their squad. And with that, with about 3 minutes to go, we'll take our first break of the night. You're watching BPC JV boys basketball against Rushville Industry here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
During this COVID pandemic, it is important you take care of your health, especially your heart health. Do not ignore the signs of a heart attack or stroke. If you have health concerns, schedule an appointment with your provider, and always, in case of an emergency, call 911. This message brought to you by McDonough District Hospital and Blessing Health System. See for yourself why Blessing Health System is the leader in cardiology and pulmonology services. Appointments available inside MDH. Learn more at blessinghealth.org or mdh.org.
Get dinner to the table quickly, no matter how busy your day's been. True Convection Cooking uses a fan to distribute hot air evenly and cook food faster. So dinner is ready when they are. True Convection Cooking. Brought to you by Whirlpool.
And welcome back here to Bushel Prairie City High School, as we're just about 2 minutes away on the pregame show clock, getting our JV contest between the Rockets and Spartans underway. Thank you for tuning in this evening, and proud to have a pregame show sponsor, and that is JoJo's Gaming Parlor. They offer the best gaming experience in the McDonough County area. Stop in for a cold drink and a chance to take home a nice wad of cash while you're at it. Also on game nights, check out the TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH Events live on the big screens. Come join your friends at JoJo's, located at 776 North Cole Street in Bushnell, and cheer the Spartans on to victory.
Talked to Jane Hasley. She sent me a message, wanted to know what our schedule was, so I sent her our schedule. And, yeah, that schedule is
probably now not correct.
Well, it's all correct until, I don't know if they had it on. Does it go all the way to March 6th?
Yes.
Does it have a boys game on March 6th, junior high?
No.
How about on the next page? No. Yeah,
Nope.
we have a boys game on junior high boys game on March 6th.
And it looks like we're going to get things started a little early, as the clock right out a minute to go, but both teams to the bench, and I'm all for that. Get things started early.
Yeah, we're never bad. We're never upset about starting a little early, but Jake's got a few announcements, COVID style, to go through. You have to watch the back of the program to make sure you follow all the protocols and so on as we get ready to go live. I do want to tell you, we've got Hannah down in the end of the Bushnell end of the floor with a remote camera, so we're going to check out some remote footage. We're getting ready for football season. We'll have 2 wireless cameras at football season, so we got to get a little test on them here tonight. So we got Hannah down there doing that. It's going to be Rocket basketball to start things off.
And it will be Rushville basketball as we get the starters now. Number 11, Tyler Bickerman with the ball to start. Over to Maddox Crozier with it. He's going to fire up a 3, and it goes off the back of the iron over the backboard to BPC.
And with that, we're going to take our first look at Hannah's camera just to see what it looks like here. There's the view that Hannah's going to have. She does not have a tripod. She's got a handheld camera, so we're going to work on the tripod as we move along through. But a monopod, I guess you would use throughout that kind of circumstance. But with that, we'll go back to Miles's camera and watch the normal view. But we see a fast breaker coming or so on. We'll try to get it to Hannah.
Strode with a 3 out of the far corner, no good. Rushville with the basketball. Swinging around to number 3, Crozier. He's going to put the ball on the floor, kicks it back to Bickerman. Back to Crozier, near wing. Inside the pass goes to 25. That is Afton Clark, and it poked away, and BPC with the basketball. Strode to bring it up. Cross-court pass. Mason's going to square up a three, in and out, no good. Carter Allman there, strong for a nice rebound for Carter Allman, and he puts the Spartans on the board first at 2-0. 5:50 to play here in the opening quarter. Near side, that is Bartlett with it. Now poked away by Perelku. He'll take it in, lost the handle, got this defender up in the air. Nice recovery by Osmond Perelku, and he makes it a 4-0 lead for BPC.
Pretty good view from Hannah's camera
I like it. I like all these new toys we're breaking out here. Rushville with the basketball. Crozier on top. That is Bickerman with a long straightaway three. No off the back of the iron, and rebound going to be tied up. Good job by Dalton Huffman for BPC. He'll tie it up, and it'll stay with the Spartans. 5:19 to play here in the opening quarter of the JV contest, and the Spartans up by 4. 31, Osmond Perelko will bring up the ball. It's going to hand it off to 3, Ezra Mason.
Man, that three of Mason's was in and out. It was so far in, I didn't know how it could get back out of the ring.
Strode, nice head fake, drives it in. A nice little floater from about 10 feet away. Dalton Strode. And a nice offensive output as we almost have as many points in the first quarter right now as we had in the entire first half of the game on Tuesday.
Yeah, that's for sure. And then Huffman's going to pick up the foul first on BPC of the first half.
6-0 lead for BPC. 4:55 to play here in the JV contest. Opening quarter, long three, a short by Bickerman. Rebound loose on the floor, and Rushville gets it back. Crozier's going to float one up. A nice little floater from about 8-9 feet away. Maddox Crozier with the first two for Rushville makes it a 6-2 ball game for BPC. 4:35 to play first quarter. Mason with the basketball across the midcourt line. Guarded by Bartlett. Strode with it now, nearly lost it, out of bounds. Picks up the dribble, gets it to Perelku. Perelku, nice little head fake. Dribble between the legs. Now back out to set up the offense. Going to drive in, hands it off to Huffman. Nice pass, and Huffman no on the bunny, and rebound down to the Rockets.
That was a beautiful pass by Perelku. Nobody picked up the ball.
And nobody, as you said, Maddox Crozier now with the second bucket of the night, all 4 of the Rockets' points, makes it a 6-4 ball game in favor of BPC. Ezra Mason with it now, far side to Strode. Inside they go to Perelku. A lucky right place, right time as the pass to Perelku through his hands, but right in the right spot was Dalton Huffman, and he puts it up for BPC and makes it an 8-4 lead.
I think he passed that. I think that was on purpose.
You think that was just a quick touch pass?
I think it was a touch pass. I want to go with that.
All right, we'll go with that. Touch pass by Perelku and Huffman for the 2, and stole away by Strode for BPC. Nice pass over to Perelku, and a block. Good block by number 11, Tyler Bickerman for Rushville Industry. Ball will stay with BPC. 3:29 to play first quarter. And we've got our COVID media, under 4 media timeout here at Bushel Prairie City High School. Thanks for tuning in to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
As we work together to stop the spread of COVID-19, McDonough District Hospital wants you to know that your health and safety are our #1 priority.
Our primary care providers are here to take
and compassionate care that you have come to trust from us.
McDonough District Hospital, more than hospital care, a hospital caring.
Like that, we're back here to BPC High School. Helping to bring you this contest is the Community News Brief. The Community News Brief is a free publication distributed to over 68 locations in Bushnell, Macomb, Colchester, Industry, Adair, and more towns throughout the area. It provides local news to McDonough County and parts of Fulton County every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. To submit a press release or get advertising information for the locally owned publication, contact Lynn at 309-333-8245 or email communitybrief@gmail.com.
3:29 to play here in the opening quarter of our JV contest. 8-4 lead for BPC. It will be Spartan basketball out of the timeout. And I was talking earlier that I believe the 8 points is more than we had. It was a 7-point first half for BPC in the game on Tuesday, and already 8 here with 3:29 to play in the first period. Carter Allman, number 23, will inbound for the Spartans. Gets it into Strode. Strode, left-hand dribble's going to float one up. Nice touch by Dalton Strode. That's his second of the night. 4 points for Strode and a 6-point BPC lead as we're at the 3:16 mark. Rushville with the basketball, Rushville Industry. Tyler Beckerman with it, picks up the dribble, goes inside to 25, now kick out to 25 Bartlett, and
that was actually number 12.
Bronson Bartlett with the three. Makes it a 3-point lead for BPC, 10-7. Under 3 to play, 2:55 to go, first period. Perelko with it, number 31 for BPC. Picks up the dribble, needs some help, is going to get it to Mason. Mason hounded by Bartlett. Shot up and off the back of there, and no good. Rebound, nice rebound by Tyler Bickerman for Rushville Industry.
I think he might have had Huffman wide open for a layup right there if he'd have dished that rock off a little bit.
All swung around. 16-footer by Bickerman off the back of the rim, no. Rebound, it's nice job. Dalton Strode with a steal for BPC. He'll push it down the other way. 2:22 to play, first period. Carter Allman with it, now back to Perelko. Nice screen by Huffman. He picks up the dribble, now gets it to Mason. 2:08 to play, first period. 10-7 lead for BPC. Right hand now to Perelko. Perelko's going to drive in, scoops one up. Nice little kiss off the glass for Osmond Perelko. 12-7 lead for BPC. Ball stolen away from Bartlett for Rushville Industry. BPC back the other way. 1:40 to play, first period. Perelko's going to drive in, lost the handle, and it's going to be poked off of Rushville Industry out of bounds. Stay with BPC.
I don't know if he lost the handle or got ripped sideways there. It looked like he might have got grabbed on the way by. 1:39 to go here in quarter number 1. It looks like Nate Kramer going to check in for the first time for, you know, I don't know how many Rushville Industry BPC games you've seen or Rushville BPC games you've seen, but the first quarter with only one foul is probably a freak of nature from what I've ever seen between these two
they've
teams.
been very physical. We talked about that in the South Fulton game on Tuesday that, Rushville Industry contests in basketball have seemed to be pretty physical and very foul-laden.
Yeah, this one has not been so far. Well, how is that not a foul?
And we are going to get a foul. I thought we were just going to get it out of bounds.
Devin got it.
Devin Brawley, one of our officials this evening.
First team's first.
First on Maddox Crozier. 1:36 to play. Allman gets it in to Perelko.
I had a little fun with Devin at the junior high game earlier this week on the 8th grade game.
And a foul out front. Perelko is going to be fouled by Bronson Bartlett. That'll be his first and team foul number 2.
I shouldn't have said anything.
Rushville Industry.
In 12 seconds, there's been 2 fouls now after I said that.
Allman to inbound for BPC back. Nice cut to Perelko.
He tried a touch pass there,
Yeah, that was definitely a touch pass attempt to Kramer, and Rushville Industry is going to come up with the basketball. Crozier's going to have it for Rushville, and now poked away again. BPC doing a good job on defense tonight, poking some balls away.
Quick hands.
Step back 3 off the front of the rim, no. Rebound back to Rushville Industry and Bickerman as we're down to 1:05 to play opening quarter. Bickerman picks up the dribble, swings it around to Crozier. Floater from Rushville Industry off the iron, no good. Strode with the rebound as we're down under 50 seconds to play, first period.
I'd say that was good boxing out before letting that ball hit the floor, but I think like 3 people just missed it.
Ezra Mason with it with a left-hand dribble. Get it to Carter Allman. Perelko going to fire up a 3. It's a little long. Rebound down to Crozier for Rushville Industry. 30 seconds to play. It is a Bickerman going to fire up a 3. Shooter's touch as it rolled around the front of the rim, straight up and back in. And just a 2-point lead for BPC as we're down under 20 seconds to play in the first period. 31, Osmond Perelko with it. Screen from Strode. Carter Allman with it, number 23, down to 7. Strode with it, 6, 5, step back 3, and that one is good. A nice touch by Dalton Strode makes it a 15-10 lead at the end of 1 in favor of the Spartans.
It's 15-10 in favor of Bushville Prairie City.
Well, we were camping, and then I got a phone call from my neighbor and said that we got hit by a storm. He said, "You better come home because there's no roof." He said, "I look up and see the sky." He didn't know what you were going to do, where you're going to go, but Country Financial took care of us.
We anticipate something that we hope never happens, but when it happens, we are there to make good on our promise.
And welcome back here to Bushel Prairie City High School. After one quarter of play in our JV contest, the Spartans of Bushel Prairie City up by 5, 15-10. Thanks for tuning in to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. One of our great sponsors is the Bushnell Banking Center. They're located at 360 South Green Street in Bushnell. Offers full-service banking and loan services for all your banking needs. Come visit the bank of friendly service or give them a call at 309-772-2345. Good luck, Spartans. Bushnell Banking Center is an equal housing lender and member FDIC. 7 minutes on the clock as we're ready for second quarter action. It'll be Rushville Industry basketball.
7 points in the first quarter for Dalton Strode.
As 24, Adam Sipes is inbounds for the Rockets. Gets it to Bickerman. Crozier drives in, double team in the corner. Now poked away off of, and a good job there, a double team in the corner, and the ball bouncing off Wyatt Fowler's head for Rushville Industry, and it'll go back to BPC.
I hate it when that happens.
So do I. 6:45 to play first half. Perelko with it for BPC. Spartans up by 5.
When they said to use your head, I don't think that's what they were talking about.
Ezra Mason with the left-hand dribble. Now to Perelko. Perelko's going to drive in. Nice kick pass to Strode long on the shot.
That's a travel.
And no real contact. There's Bickerman goes up for the rebound, and
he landed on his elbow or wrist.
Shaking that right wrist a little bit.
I thought maybe he landed on his elbow and got a little bit of a funny bone issue, but he looks like he's grabbing his wrist more.
Nate Kramer inbound, number 2 for BPC. 6.5 to play first half. Gets it to Strode. Strode's going to kiss one up and in. Dalton Strode with a nice first half. 9 points and a 17-10 lead for BPC, and nearly another steal by BPC. Perelko knocks it out of bounds. Carter Ullman, number 23, back as Strode checks out for the Spartans. 6:21 to play first half. 7-point lead for BPC. So, as Wyatt Fowler checks out for Rushville Industry, is 12. Bronson Bartlett back for the Rockets. Beckerman with it, picks up the dribble, now gets it over to Bartlett. Bartlett's going to drive in, float one up off the back of there, and no good. Rebound corralled finally by Carter Ullman for BPC. Mason to Allman, right wing. Inside pass to Perelko, up off the back of the rim, no, but Osmond Perelko going to the line for a couple of free throws.
Fouls on number 12, Bronson Bartlett, his second, team's third. 17-10 is the score. We got 5:58 to go, and Perelko at the free throw line. First free throws of the game for either team.
First one is up, and the first one off the right side of the front of the rim, no good. In for Rushville Industry, Hayden Moon. Sophomore, his first action of the night. Perelko with one more. And this one's up, and this one is good. As Perelko going to check out, Strode back for BPC. An 8-point lead for the Spartans, 18-10, 5:58 to play first half of our JV contest. Beckerman with the basketball for Rushville Industry. Inside they go to 25, Clark. Moon with it now, number 13, hounded by Allman. Now double team with Strode. Gets it over to Crozier. Bickerman, nice little float shot by Tyler Bickerman from about 13 feet away, and that drops in a 6-point lead for BPC. 18-12, 5:27 to play first half. Strode with it for BPC. Kramer, left-hand dribble, kicks to Mason. Shot no, and rebound down to Rushville Industry. Crozier, number 3, going to push it up to 4. Maddox. Crozier's going to shoot one up. Thought maybe a little over the back, maybe by Afton Clark, but he gets the rebound and puts it up and in and cuts the lead to 4 for BPC.
Yeah, it was definitely a little body contact down low, but he did get up higher and didn't get the foul call.
Carter Allman now, Kramer.
That's where Mason was wide open.
Strode, left wing. Put the ball on the floor, gets it to Mason, far corner. Now Mason going to bring things back out and set up the offense. 4:43 to play, full timeout by Coach Martin. 4:42 to play in the first half, 18-14 lead for BPC. Thanks for tuning in to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. We're brought to you by Hensley Grain and Rural Bushnell. They've got a long family history of taking an active role in the Bushnell Prairie City School District, especially Spartan Athletics. Good luck, Spartans, in 2021. Enjoy this short athletic campaign. Also, Farmers and Merchant State Bank of Bushnell for over 100 years. Farmers and Merchant State Bank of Bushnell has been servicing the local community's needs for personal and business banking, as well as home, agricultural lending, and its trust department. Stop by the main branch at 484 East Main Street or their drive-up facility on Cole Street to learn more. F&M is a member FDIC and equal housing lender. Also brought to you by Webb Family Farms. They've been growing corn, soybeans, and Spartans for 5 generations. Nathan, Lisa, Jamie, Cyrus, Terry, and Linda wish all the BPC athletes good luck this season. Osmond Perelku back for BPC as Mason's going to check out at the timeout. 4:42 to play, first half, 18-14 lead for BPC. Carter Allman to inbound for the Spartans, gets it in to Perelku. Perelku now left-hand dribble between the legs. Now far side to Carter Allman. Strode now Perelku inside to Huffman. Nice look. He'll get it back out. Strode's going to fire up another three. This one's short off the rim. Nice rebound by Carter Allman. Up and no on the shot. Ball saved inbounds, and no, it cannot. It was off the hands of Nate Kramer. Nice job by Carter Allman following up his shot, but BPC not able to crowd, and let's go back to Rushville Industry.
Yeah, he did a good job of getting to the ball, and he went up strong. He just couldn't finish. He went up strong and then didn't get the ball up strong with it. So tough break for him, but he did work well to get the rebound and get back up with it.
Long three out of the far corner by Crozier. Rebound down to Moon for Rushville Industry. Number 13, Tyler Bickerman, now number 11 with the basketball. 4 minutes to play, first half. Oh, that looked like a carry, and he throws up a shot a little out of control from about 13, and it rolls in. And now the lead just down to 2 for BPC at 18-16, 3:45 to play here in the first half.
Rushville Industries doing a pretty good job here of getting back in this contest as Allman throws one up kind of ill-advised, and a chance to tie it or take a lead.
Beckerman with it, number 11 for Rushville Industry to Moon, number 13.
3:30 to go in the second quarter.
Crozier now going to drive, and he'll float one up short. Nice box out by Kramer for BPC. Down to Huffman. 3:17 to go. Strode with it. Thought about the three. Hands it off to Perelku. And Circus shot. Nice little move by Osmond Perelku and makes it a 20-16 lead at 4 for BPC. Moon with it. Far side for Rushville Industry. Beckerman, number 11. Looking inside, swings it around to Crozier. Near side, he'll put the ball on the floor, left-hand dribble.
Kramer's going to pick up the foul, his first, team second.
And Nate kind of in a no-win situation there, Dwayne. Kind of off balance, and Crozier kind of forced the issue and draws the contact on Kramer.
From an offensive point of view, you can't blame him for that.
No, you cannot. And Kramer going to check out. And
should we be taking a COVID timeout?
Sarge is pointing to his watch over his wrist. So is Ezra Mason?
We're not.
I guess we're not. Moon to inbound for Rushville Industry. Ball nearly poked away. Crozier with it now. Number 3, 2-11.
Pick from 1-3 to another 3. That was a nice pick and roll.
Shot up and no by Clark. Rebound down to BPC. 2:35 to play. 20-16 lead. Mason wide open 3. Look at a 3 off the back iron. No. Huffman with a rebound. Mason gets it back. 2:27 play first half. 20-16 lead for BPC. Perelku in the near corner. Inside Huffman. Nice look. Spin move. Shot off the rim. No. A good box out by Rushville Industry. And Moon with it. Gets it to down the floor to Bickerman. Crozier now loses it. Strode has it. Now he'll lose the handle on it. Baseball pass going to be stolen away by Moon. And a little sloppy play here the last couple of times down the floor by both squads.
Yeah, need to settle things back down again and take a little better care of the basketball.
And we're under 2 to play, minute 55. Crozier with the basketball for Rushville Industry. Down to Moon, double team. Crozier, number 3. Tyler Bickerman going to fire up a 3 and hits. And down to a 1-point lead here as we're down to minute 40 to play in the first half, 20-19 in favor of BPC.
They've led the whole way, but Rushville has slowly and methodically clawed their way back into it. Under a minute 30 to play now.
Mason with it. He'll drive in, loses the handle. Ball picked up by Moon for Rushville Industry, and a chance to take a lead here with a minute 20 to play first half. Crozier going to scoop one up off the glass nose. Strode and Clark fight for the rebound. We're going to get a jump ball, and alternating possession goes to BPC.
I give Strode credit. He was a lot smaller than that kid he was fighting for that ball with, but he wasn't going to let him have it, was he?
No, he was not. As we see 10, Wyatt Fowler check in as Hayden Moon checks out.
1:14 remaining. That's
it.
like jinx.
20-19 lead for BPC. Osmond Peralco brings the ball up for the Spartans. Swings to Strode, far side. Strode puts it on the floor, looking for some help, picks up the dribble, gets it to Peralco. Peralco going to drive in. Nice pass. Just off the fingertips of Dalton Huffman, out of bounds, and it will go back to Rushville Industries. We're down to 53.7 seconds to play.
Nate Kramer checks back in for BPC as Huffman just couldn't hold on to the basketball there. Man, Peralco's had some great passes these last couple games.
Yeah, he has. Down to 50 seconds, a 1-point Spartan lead. Bickerman with it, guarded by Peralco, picks up the dribble over to Crozier. Far corner to Clark, guarded by, now going to get double teamed, gets it to Crozier, and we're going to get a timeout, 30-second timeout by Rushville Industry with 34.7 seconds to play here in the first half of our JV contest. BPC up by 1, 20-19. We're brought to you by M&B Furniture, Bushnell's only furniture store. We'll be celebrating its 60th anniversary in June. M&B Furniture is a mainstay in the community and offers top-notch customer service, free delivery within 40 miles, the best in home appliance repair in the area. For everything you need to furnish your new home or replenish an old one, stop and see the fine folks at 41 West Main Street, or find them on Facebook, Instagram, or the web at www.m&andbfurnitureinc.com. You can also give them a call at 309-772-2111.
The cheerleaders here tonight. I understand the cheerleaders are going to be doing a routine, either halftime of JV or halftime of varsity, or maybe both. We'll wait and see here.
As it will be Rushville Industry out of the timeout. Like that end zone cam. That's gives a nice perspective to those people, everybody watching and listening at home. 34.7 seconds to play first half. Rushville Industry basketball down by 1. Max Crozier with it, number 3. To Bickerman in the far corner. Bickerman goes inside to Clark, guarded by Kramer. Good job by Kramer as a long 3 in and out by Bickerman. No good. Rebound finally corralled by Rushville Industry down to 16 seconds. Crozier's going to step back and bank in a 3. With 12 seconds remaining, puts Rushville Industry on top by 2, 22-20, down to 7 seconds. Peralco with the basketball, right-hand dribble. He's going to drive in, get fouled on the floor with 3.4 seconds to go. And the Spartans down for the first time in the contest by 2.
Loses on Crozier. Second team's fourth.
Kramer to inbound. Tries to go across to Allman, going to be poked out of bounds. So Kramer's going to inbound from the opposite side of the backboard.
Coach Martin, I didn't see anybody setting a pick.
Carter Allman to inbound again. Gets it to Peralco. He'll fire up a quick 3. It's short and rebound down to Rushville Industry. And we'll head into halftime of the JV contest. 22-20. Rushville Industry on top of BPC. You're listening and watching TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
My MDH Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation does more than just tape ankles.
They get us back on the court.
My MDH Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation
helps me reach peak performance
in the weight room.
Prepares me for competition.
My MDH physical therapists and the fitness programs MDH offers help me on my road to recovery and improve my quality of life. Come see why MDH Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation was voted best of the best in McDonough County.
Well, we were camping, and then I got a phone call from my neighbor and said that we got hit by a storm. He said, you better come home because there's no roof. He said, I look up and see the sky. He didn't know what you were going to do, where you're going to go, you know, but Country Financial took care of us.
Cut that commercial a little short for the halftime routine from the cheerleaders. Maybe. Jake gets it to play over there. Wait and see here.
22-20 here at halftime. Rushville Industry on top.
Notice it was completely quiet there because the cheerleaders can only shake their pom-poms. They can't actually yell.
Right.
Because of COVID. Not quite sure how that has much to do with anything, but at any rate, that's the reason why you don't hear them say yay, go, anything like that. They're actually told they can't make any noise. So.
Okay. 22-20 Rushville Industry on top here at halftime of our JV contest, and we're brought to you by Country Financial agent Shelley Post, and see Shelley Post at Country Financial to learn more about protection, things in your life that matter most, and get started on a plan for a comfortable future. Contact Shelley Post and today at Country Financial, 309-772-3003, and also McDonough District Hospital. Their athletic trainers in the MDH Rehabilitation Center with locations in Bushnell and Macomb provide expert help to Spartan student athletes in the prevention, care, and rehabilitation of all athletic injuries. Learn more at mdh.org. McDonough District Hospital, more than a hospital care, a hospital caring. And thank you for voting McDonough District Hospital Rehabilitation Center as best of the best in McDonough County. Let their experienced and dedicated sports medicine and rehabilitation staff show you why MDH has been voted best of the best in 2017, 18, 19, and again in 23 convenient locations to serve you, 2 in Macomb and 1 in Bushnell. Halftime again, 22-20. JV contest, Spartans trail by 2.
We're going to step aside here, let the BPC Pep Band send us a halftime show. Of course, with the halftime that we had, we won't get to play it. So I'm going to play one of their songs. I believe this one is, I don't remember, Wooly Bully was one of them. This one, I can't remember what the second one was, but we'll let you hear that here for just a second. It'll take a couple minutes. We got about 5:44 to go here in halftime. welcome back to Bushel Prairie State High School. That was Free Ride, I believe, by the BPC Pep Band. Unfortunately, they're not able to be here. We've actually got a halftime show. Like I said, I didn't get it fitted, and I actually messed that one up and didn't get it fitted either. But we'll work on that. Trying to get the Pep Band involved. We have senior night on Monday, and you can see, Miles, if you can zoom in on the pictures over there. Slowly, don't turn real fast, bud. We're going to zoom in on the senior photos. Some of them will be blocked by the hoop, I do believe, but Miles can zoom in quite a bit anyway and see if the camera gets bright enough for us to see him. We'll have to change the settings on the camera a little bit for future to try and do this, but you can see all the band members there that are seniors. They'll be recognized on Monday as well. And then as you scroll farther across, you can see the basketball seniors and the single cheerleader senior, I think, is the only picture I see down there. So that is all of the seniors they're hanging over there on the wall. It's a pretty small class, really.
Yes, it is. And as you said, Monday night, Havana here for boys basketball for senior night. And right now, we've got JV basketball 22-20. Halftime lead for Rushville Industries. The clock down to about 2 minutes to play. And coming up tomorrow, doubleheader action here at Bristol Prairie City High School, as we have 10 o'clock junior high boys basketball game with North Fulton tomorrow, and back here tomorrow afternoon for high school girls basketball versus Brimfield.
Yeah, there's been a little bit more stuff added to our schedule as well. The BPC 7th grade girls volleyball team will be hosting a regional game on March 6th at 2 p.m. And the junior high boys on March 6th are making up a game against South Fulton at 10 a.m. that morning. So we'll have another two-game weekend next weekend here at BPC High Schools. Things are flying by here in this very shortened and abbreviated basketball season.
And thanks for watching and tuning in tonight here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Also, one of our great sponsors is Heil Enterprises. Heil Enterprises, Heil Trucking can take your product down the road near or far, and also offers top-notch heavy-duty truck and trailer repair. The second-generation business continues to grow and continues to support BPC Athletics. Stop by and see Danny or Travis on Route 41 South Prairie City, or give them a call at 309-775-3333. As BPC down by 2, 22-20 here at halftime. Our JV contest will be Rushville Industry basketball, and no officials back on the floor yet.
Who needs officials? Sarge buzzes the horn trying to get their attention.
And now the Pink Panther.
Jake's all over it. Jake's friends with these guys, so
yes.
The officials, Bill Forker and Devin Raleigh tonight. I thought everybody else would start clapping. Nobody else clapped. Well, I was trying to be funny. Everybody else is ready to play basketball, I guess. Well, Devin, he'll probably come up here and say something to me here one of these times. As much crap as I've given Devin this year, he's bound to come up here and say something to me sometime. He's over talking to the coach. He's like, stuff happens. We started 30 seconds early, so we can start second half 30 seconds later. Then we're still right on time. Nothing wrong with that at all.
Bronson Bartlett inbounds for
Did you see that elbow?
Yeah. And a steal by BPC. Paroko to the other end had it poked away.
Hammered.
No foul. Easy back to the other end. Easy cherry picking back behind. Maddox Crozier for Rushville Industry pushes the Rocket lead to 4, 24-20. 6:40 just underway here, third quarter of our JV contest. Dalton Strode with the basketball for BPC. Looking for some help. Backdoor cut, nice cut, and nice pass, and nice up and under layup by Ezra Mason for BPC. 24-22 ball game. Rushville Industry on top by 2. Crozier with it, guarded by Strode. Bickerman for Rushville Industry picks up the dribble, back to Crozier. Crozier's going to put the ball on the floor. Cut off by Allman. Back out to Bickerman. He'll swing it around to Bartlett. Bronson Bartlett now back to Tyler Bickerman. Good defense by Paroko. Back to Bickerman. And the shot up off the glass is good for Tyler Bickerman and pushes the lead back to 4 for Rushville Industry. 26-22, 5:40 to play here, third quarter.
Bickerman's a good ball player.
Been impressed by the young man. Near steal as ball knocked out of bounds off of Bronson Bartlett for Rushville Industry. Will stay with BPC. And we're going to see Nate Kramer checking in as Osmond Perelko going to check out for the Spartans. Carter Allman to inbound, gets it to Kramer.
Perelko having a few problems over there, it looks like.
Yeah, talking to the trainer on the far side. Strode with a look at 3, and it rattled it down from the far corner. And Dalton Strode with a nice contest tonight and pushes the lead just to 1 as out of control, and we're going to get an offensive foul. Out of control, number 12, Bartlett for Rushville Industry. Nate Kramer, I believe the one that was down there, took the charge.
Yeah, that was his third foul, too.
And that's going to get number 10, Wyatt Fowler, off the Rocket bench. He'll check in as Bartlett checks out. 26-25 lead for Rushville Industry.
That's a prime example of, everybody's like, he was set. He doesn't have to be set. He has to be there in his plane. And if the offensive player lowers his shoulder and runs over him, it's still a charge, and that's what happened on that play, exactly.
Mason with it for BPC. Nice pass, give and go from Kramer back to Mason. No good on the shot. And Rushville Industry the other way, nearly stolen away by Strode for BPC. It'll stay with the Rockets as we're just a tick under 5 minutes to play here, third quarter, 4:59 to play.
And literally a tick.
It is.
Well, if it was a manual or an old-fashioned clock, it'd be a tick.
Beckerman gets the inbound pass for Rushville Industry. Fowler now to Maddox Crozier, sophomore. Beckerman going to fire up a 3 off the rim, no good. And Strode and Fowler fighting for the loose ball, and it's going to go off of Fowler and go back to BPC.
Yeah, Strode and Fowler were fighting over it pretty hard, and Fowler stepped on the sideline before last time he touched it.
Mason with it across midcourt to Strode. Strode going to put the ball on the floor, left-hand dribble, kicks it out to Kramer. Kramer 16-footers up and good, nice touch. Nate Kramer, and that puts BPC back on top, 27-26, 4:25 to play, third quarter. Beckerman guarded by Allman for BPC. Fowler with it.
Almost tipped that away. He got a hand on it, but Fowler was able to gather it back up.
Crozier with the basketball is going to pop one and rattle it down on the left side of the lane, and a 28-27 lead for Rushville Industry as we're down to 4 minutes to play here, third quarter JV contest. Dalton Strode with it for BPC number 11. Put the ball on the floor, left hand, gets a little body bump, no foul, and rebound down to Huffman. Kramer's going to stop and pop off the back of the rim. No. Huffman hustles after it again, but Rushville Industry going to come up with the ball. Beckerman now across midcourt. Right-hand dribble, loses the handle on it. Kicks it out to Crozier. Crozier going to be cut off by Kramer. Baseline out to Beckerman.
There's 3 men on him. There's a lot of open players somewhere out there.
Fowler. Now Beckerman going to fire up a long 3 off the back of the rim. No. A good job by Nate Kramer boxing out and gets the rebound for BPC. They'll bring it up. 3:20 to play. Third quarter, 28-27 Rocket lead.
Fowler is right up in Mason's grill. As soon as he gets to half-court stripe, he's picking him up a tight man.
Mason with it now, far corner. Kramer and Coach Smart going to take a 30-second timeout. 3:07 to play, third quarter, 28-27 at Rushville Industry with the lead. Thanks for tuning in. We're going to go to the media timeout. So thanks for tuning in here to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
McDonough District Hospital's Dolores Cater Schweitzer Women's Center was built for one goal: to strengthen women's health services in the region's premier facility. Our dedicated staff, past and present, delivered generations of MDH babies, and now in the new Women's Center, our staff is ready to deliver the next generation and beyond. Come visit the Dolores Cater Schweitzer Women's Center and see for yourself the MDH difference.
And we're back here at Bushel Prairie City High School. 3:07 to play here, third quarter of our JV contest. 28-27 lead for Rushville Industry. Been a good contest thus far, Dwayne. Just, I think BPC at one point had a 7 or 8 point lead in the first half, and Rushville Industry able to take the lead right before the half, and we've seen the lead change here a couple of times in this third quarter.
Yeah, it's been a pretty back and forth game. And looking at the two teams, you kind of figured that it was going to end up being this way, but it'd be BPC basketball out of the timeout here and the chance to take the lead back again. It's been each basket, the last 3 or 4 baskets back and forth has been lead changes, so it was a 4-point advantage for Rushville, and then Strode hit a 3, and then Kramer hit a 2, and then they came back, and so we'll see see if the Spartans can retake the lead here with 3:07 remaining in quarter number 3.
Carter Allman to inbound for BPC. Gets it into Mason. Good job by Mason as Fowler all over him. Kramer going to pop a 3. He's going to be short, just grab the front of the iron. Huffman kicks it out to Strode on the rebound. Strode floats it up. No. Rebound down to Rushville Industry. Crozier, number 3, with it for the Rockets. Swings at Bickerman, wide open, gets the feet set for 3. No. And 11 on the shot, and 11 Dalton Strode on the rebound for BPC.
Try to slow things down a little bit, run some offense. Fowler is just playing ball denial on Mason wherever he's at.
And Strode with a no-look pass, thought Kramer was going to be there, and it was Bickerman for Rushville Industry. Allman, good job at stopping Bickerman's progress. Shot no, and Mason with a rebound.
Yeah, Bickerman just thought nobody was going to stop the ball, and Allman stepped out there and stopped it, and then he had nowhere to go with it once he pulled up.
Mason gets it to Strode, and you're not kidding. Fowler right up in the grill of Ezra Mason every time he gets the basketball.
He doesn't even have to have the basketball. He's playing him
missed. Now they get the pass into Mason, hand off to Kramer. Ball loose on the floor. Kramer able to corral it. Strode thought about a 3 from about 6 or 7 feet beyond the stripe.
That would have been NBA 3 range for sure.
Nice pass. Kramer inside to Huffman. No on the shot. Rebound to 24. Sipes for Rushville Industry. Crozier's going to fire up a 3 from the far wing. No. Rebound down.
It's going to go off of Huffman out of bounds. Huffman had a great look there, and he did a great job of getting up, shooting at the highest point of his shot, but he just missed the angle on the bank shot a little bit. 1:43 to go here in quarter number 3. It's 28-27. Rushville with the basketball and the lead.
Mason out for BPC. Perelko back in. Shot up by Clark, no, and gets his own rebound and puts it back in. Afton Clark with a bucket and pushes the lead back to 3 for Rushville Industries. We're down to 90 seconds to play. Third quarter, 30-27 lead for the Rockets. Dalton Strode with the basketball for BPC. Picks up the dribble, left wing.
Oh, nice pass.
Nice, and counted at a foul. Osman Perelko. A great look by Dalton Strode. Perelko makes it a 30-29 lead with a chance to tie with 1:21 to play here in the third.
Wish I'd have been smart enough to change that to Hannah's camera right there for that.
That Bronson Bartlett picks up foul number 4. Second team foul here in the second half on the Rockets. Osman Perelko with 1 to tie it, a possible tie. And it's on the way, and we are tied at 30, 1:21 to play. Osman Perelko finishes the 3-point play. Beckerman, inside they go to Sipes, 3 up off the backboard by Crozier. Rebound down to BPC. Behind the back, no. Up on the layup, no for Osman Perelko. And now Rushville Industry back the other way as we're down to 60 seconds to play. Beckerman going to fire up a 3, and he hits. Tyler Beckerman makes it a 33-30 lead for Rushville Industry. 52 seconds to play. 16 now for Beckerman on the night.
15.
15, okay. I heard 16, sorry.
No, I don't know what he said, but count it. Get in there. Get in there.
Oh, yes, nice.
A toilet bowl ringer, as I used to like to call him.
3 times around, and Nate Kramer gets it a drop. 33, 32, 41 seconds to play. Third quarter. Kramer with a chance to tie us back up here. And free throw off the back there. No. Rebound down to Beckerman for Rushville Industry. Crozier, right wing, guarded by Mason. Clark with it, near corner, ball poked away. Going to be tipped in the backcourt.
Did it get tipped?
Well,
I didn't think it did.
And Rushville Industry going to pick it up with 22 seconds. Beckerman picks up the dribble. Now right wing to Crozier. Corner to Clark. Good job by Huffman on the defense. Give and go to Crozier. Crozier going to float up. No. Rebound down to Cardinal Allman. Down to 8. Down to 7. BPC's got to hurry. Down 1. Broku going to fire up a 3. No. Off the rim and out of bounds. And that'll end the third quarter play with Rushville Industry on top by 1, 33-32. You're listening and tuning in to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Hensley Grain and Rule Bushnell has a long family history of taking an active role in the Bushnell Prairie City School District and especially Spartan Athletics. Good luck, Spartans, in 2021. And enjoy this shortened athletic campaign. Also brought to you by Farmers and Merchant State Bank of Bushnell for over 100 years. Farmers and Merchant State Bank of Bushnell has been servicing the local community's needs for personal and business banking as well as home and agricultural lending and its trust department. Stop by the main branch at 484 East Main Street or their drive-up facility on Cole Street to learn more. F&M is a member FDIC and equal housing lender. Webb Family Farms. Webb Family Farms has been growing corn, soybeans, and Spartans for 5 generations. Nathan, Lisa, Jamie, Cyrus, Terry, Linda, wish all BPC athletes good luck this season. Chris Rankhauser and Dwight Hewitt here courtside at Bushnell Prairie City High School. Thanks again for tuning in tonight here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. 33-32 ball game. We've got a good one here as we head to the fourth quarter of our JV contest. It will be BPC basketball as they trail it by 1, 33-32. Nate Kramer to inbound number 2. Hits it to Perelko. Guarded by Crozier. Backdoor pass to Mason. And Mason, nice little spin layup, and it's good. BPC back on top, 34-33, just underway fourth quarter. Crozier with it for Rushville Industry. Near corner is going to drive baseline. He's going to step out of bounds right in front of the basketball standard and goes back to BPC as the Spartans with a 1-point lead at 34-33.
Good start to the quarter for BPC. Good defense. We'll see if they can keep it going here.
As Mason brings it across midcourt. Screen from Perelko. He'll stop and pop a 3 and hits it. Ezra Mason. 5 straight for BPC and a lead of 4 for the Spartans, 37-33. Beckerman's going to drive in, float one up, no, and the rebound corralled by Strode for BPC.
Yeah, Steve Martin's over there saying, settle down now, run some offense, take some time off the clock, you got a little lead.
Strode with it, gives it back to Huffman after the Huffman screen. Strode's going to fire up a 3, well short off the front of the rim, no, and the rebound on the floor and picked up by Bickerman for Rushville Industry. Gets it into number 10. That is Fowler up, no on the layup, and a rebound down to BPC.
That was all because of Kramer. Kramer came out and stopped the ball, and Fowler had to decide to go baseline or into the lane where people were. He tried to go baseline, but that got him too far underneath the rim, and he couldn't get a good shot off.
Mason gets it into Kramer. Kramer going to put the ball on the floor. He's going to try and go up, and we're going to get a jump ball call. Alternating possession to Rushville Industry.
That's probably a good call. There was a little contact, but I think they had ball first, and I think that was a pretty good call by Devin Raleigh down there on the baseline.
37-33 lead from BPC of 4, 5:25 to play, fourth quarter. Peckerman with it for Rushville Industry to Crozier. Right wing, near corner, right corner to Clark. And a bad pass, and a hustle, and Osmond Perelko going to get to the ball first in the backcourt. Now tries to go to Mason on a bounce pass, stolen away by Fowler, and Rushville Industry has it again. Bickerman going to drive in, float one up.
That's going to be a block.
And Kramer going to be whistled for the foul.
That's his second. Team's first. Bickerman's going to be shooting the first free throws of the contest for Rushville here in the fourth quarter.
And that first one is up, and it is good. Makes it a 37-34 ball game. BPC on top by 3. 5:05 to play, fourth quarter. 23, Carter Allman off the bench for BPC as Kramer is going to check out. Beckerman with one more chance to cut it to a 2-point lead, and he does, 37-35. We're down right at 5 minutes to play, third quarter. 2-point lead for BPC. Parelko with the basketball. Right hand up off the glass and good. Osmond Parelko pushes it back to a 4-point lead, 39-35. 4:45 to play, fourth quarter. Near corner to Fowler. Inside ball going to be poked away by BPC. Carter Allman picks up the loose ball and gets it to Mason. Mason's going to slow it down across the midcourt stripe. Going to be picked up again by Fowler. Strode with a three, going to be blocked from the far corner. That was Bickerman on the block, and it'll stay with the Spartans.
Yeah, that was a good closeout by Bickerman to get out there and get a hand up and knock it away. Knock it out of bounds, actually. It was a block that almost went to the second row of the bleachers.
Bronson Bartlett back for Rushville Industry in the 4 personal fouls. Carter Allman inbound, going to be off of Rushville Industry, stays with BPC. 4:24 to play. Parelko now on the inbounds. Gets it to Huffman. Huffman's going to go up strong off the glass and good. Nice little look by Dalton Huffman for BPC and a 6-point Spartan lead, 41-35. 4:10 to play here, fourth quarter. Inside they go to Sipes. Bickerman gets it back, top of the key. 3 off the back of the rim, no. Rebound there by Afton Clark. And Clark's got a couple of those putbacks and a 4-point lead for BPC at 41-37. Strode lost the handle.
He could dribble that again.
Gets it to Parelko. Parelko in the lane. All sorts of contact. Trying to get the shot up. No. And he'll go to the line for a couple of free throws.
I'm not sure who that's going to be on. Number 24.
24, Adam Sipes. That's his second. Team score.
And the under 4 media COVID timeout. We'll
take a little break.
All right,
here
we'll
and be
step
back.
aside.
You know, you see fires on TV all the time. You don't understand what the families are really going through until you've lived it. The day before the fire, life was good. We went to bed, we woke up, and we had nothing. If it was not for Country Financial, we would still have nothing.
And back here at Bushel Prairie City High School, 3:43 to play here in our JV contest. A 4-point lead for BPC at 41-37. We're brought to you by M&B Furniture. The Bushel's only furniture store will be celebrating its 60th anniversary in June. M&B Furniture is a mainstay in the community and offers top-notch customer service, free delivery within 40 miles, and the best in home appliance repair in the area. For everything you need to furnish your new home or replenish an old one, stop and see the fine folks at 41 West Main Street, or find them on Facebook, Instagram, or the web at www.andbfurnitureinc.com. You can also give them a call at 309-772-2111. Chris Frankhauser and Dwayne Hill here courtside at Bushel Prairie City High School. Thanks for tuning in here to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Out of the timeout, it will be Osmond Parelko to the line for 2.
He is 2 for 3 tonight.
First one up, and the first one nothing but net. Pushes the lead to 5, 42-37.
Be nice to get this to a full 2-possession lead.
Second one on the way, and it's good as well. Another good game for Osmond Parelko tonight, and a 6-point lead for BPC as we're down to 3:40 to play, 43-37.
Gives him a team-high 14.
Far side, that is Bartlett with it for Rushville Industry. Gets it to Clark, to Crozier. Crozier lost the handle on it, gets it inside to 24 Sipes. Clark going to put it back up and in.
That's just bad luck.
And Osmond Parelko hit in the face, I think, somehow on that play inside.
I thought Huffman was the one that got hit in the face. Parelko might have as well. The ball tipped around so quick, it hit a couple players. I thought it was Huffman that got it, but it might have been Parelko.
And he'll have to check out. Nate Kramer going to check in.
Of course, Parelko might have got hit by something else too, but He's been playing a whale of a game, Peralta has. 3:18 to go here in the final quarter. 4-point lead for BPC.
Ezra Mason with the basketball for the Spartans up across midcourt. Going to be picked up by Bartlett. Huffman now far corner to Strode. Look for cutting Allman. Nice look inside. Allman up strong. And he'll go to the free throw line for a couple of free throws here with 3:02 to play and BPC up by 4. Sipes. They're going to say Clark.
I think that was on Sipes, actually, but.
So Carter Allman to the line for 2. His first up, and it rattles down. 44-39 lead, 5-point advantage for BPC.
I had it 45 a second ago. I don't know how I got there. I must have hit a button twice on accident.
And the second one is up, and that one is good as well.
Should have just left it there, I guess, shouldn't I?
45-39, 6-point lead for BPC. Tyler Beckerman with basketball. Right-hand dribble for Rushville Industry. Maddox Crozier. Back around. Beckerman with it. Off a screen. Sipes, double team in the corner. Gets it on top to 12. That is Bartlett's going to rattle a shot up, no. And rebound going to go.
Huffman did an outstanding job. He could have went after that ball. And it might have actually been out on him, but he started to, and then he let the Rushville defender try to run past him and get there, and he actually stepped on the baseline trying to get the ball, so it was a turnover back to BPC. Timeout on the floor, charged to Bushnell Prairie City. It's a full timeout.
It is a full timeout, and that can give us some time to tell some more about our great sponsors here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. That includes Country Financial agent Shelley Post and Steve Shelley Post at Country Financial to learn more about protection for things in your life that matter most and get started on a plan for a comfortable future. Contact Shelley Poston today at Country Financial at 309-772-3003. Also brought to you by Heil Enterprises and Heil Trucking. They can take your product down the road, near or far, and also offers top-notch heavy-duty truck and trailer repair. The second-generation business continues to grow and continues to support BPC Athletics. Stop by and see Danny or Travis on Route 41 south of Prairie City, or call them at 309-775-3333.
Also helping to bring you this contest is Square Music Company. Square Music Company offers instruments, gear, lessons, and instrument service, along with a whole lot more. Located at 122 Northside Square in Macomb. Call the Macomb store at 309-431-5484. You can also visit the Quincy location, 725 North Hampshire Street, or you can find them online at squaremusic.com.
2:38 to play. I'm going to see a little bit of full court pressure or half court pressure out of Rushville Industry. BPC up by 6, 45-39 now. Rushville drops back. Mason gets it to Huffman. Nice job by Huffman counting that pass. Strode now 3 from the near corner. It's off the rim. No good. Rebound down to Bickerman for Rushville Industry.
You know, I'd have liked to have seen Huffman actually take that shot as a travel. Huffman had an open look going to the basket, and he dished it out for the open 3, which is, that's not a bad shot. But if you're driving and you're covered, dish it. If you're driving and you're wide open, take the layup.
Now we are going to see some full court pressure out of Rushville Industry. Peralta gets it across to Strode. Now Mason with the basketball. He'll lose the handle on it. Allman there to get the loose ball. Mason's going to drive in. Strode open there. Now kick out to Allman. Back to Mason. Set up the offense. A minute 55 to play. BPC up by 6. Peralta throws the pass inside. Mason was still making his cut and had his back turned. It'll go back to Rushville Industry.
It was a good thought, but that's not the play, so Mason wasn't looking for it. It was a good thought, and he was open, but just wasn't quite in the playbook, so to speak.
Beckerman with it down to minute 45. Rushville Industry trailing by 6, and a high bounce pass, unable to get it as Clark for Rushville Industry, and BPC now with the basketball.
Imagine the fouls are going to start coming here pretty quick.
Broka going to drive, and he got it.
Yeah, they're going to call it
on the floor from behind. Bartlett with a push, and if that's on Bartlett, that is his 5th, then I believe.
That's number 4. Oh, that was the one I missed earlier, wasn't it?
Nate Kramer back for BPC as Carter Allman checks out.
I knew I missed one. That was it. You were on top of it, though.
For once. As we see number 10, Wyatt Fowler back into the ball game for Rushville Industry. Team foul number 6 on Rushville Industry, just 1 on BPC in this half. Strode to inbound, gets it to Huffman. Huffman back to Perelku. Perelku, again, kind of ill-advised, got in the air and was looking back and no one there, but purple jerseys. Bickerman all the way in. We're going to get an offensive foul. Ezra Mason doing a great job. Got himself set and draws the foul on Rushville Industry. That'll be on Bickerman.
That's his first. Team at the 7th in the non-shooting foul.
Again, there's going to be people saying, well, he wasn't really set. Doesn't go, but they're going to call the foul. When you go running into the lane like that and you just flat run over somebody, that's going to be on Sipes. It's third.
I got to say it was a shooting foul, so 2 free throws for Dalton Huffman. 6-point BPC lead, 1:16 to play here, fourth quarter. Off the back iron on the first by Huffman. As I said, BPC and no foul issues at all. They've just have 1. Rushville Industry with 8 here in the second half.
They've got 3 fouls the whole game, and Kramer's got 2 of them.
up and no on the second one, but Grid Hustle gets on the floor for the rebound. And alternating, but nope, we're going to get a 30-second timeout by full timeout by BPC.
That'll be their 3rd timeout, 4th timeout, I guess they've got them marked down as. So they got 1 timeout remaining. But with 1:14 to go here and 45-39 lead, you'd have to think that the 4 timeouts for the Rockets are probably more important. I'm going to bring you this contest here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, is the Community News Brief. The Community News Brief is a free publication distributed over 68 locations in Bushnell, Macomb, Colchester, Industry, Adair, and even more towns throughout the area. It provides local news to McDonough County and parts of Fulton County every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. To submit a press release or to get advertising information for the locally owned publication, I'll get it out in a minute. Contact Lynn at 309-333-8245 or email communitybrief@gmail.com. You can pick that up all over here in Bushnell.
Macomb as well. 6-point BPC lead out of the timeout. It will be Spartan basketball. See Perelku, Strode, Huffman, Mason, and Allman on the floor for BPC.
I would imagine you're going to start seeing a lot of fouls now.
Allman gets it into Perelku, down to 110. And there's the first foul. We're going to see probably many here in the last minute 10. Crozier, whistle for the foul for Rushville Industry. Team foul number 9. So Perelku to the line for the 1 bonus. Osmond Perelku, 6-point lead, 45-39, BPC on top. First one up. And that one touches nothing but line. 46-39 lead for BPC.
That's the best kind. I realized why Bushnell had 45 because I gave Bushnell a Rushville basketball.
And the second one rattles down for Perelku. Makes it a 47-39 lead, a minute 5 to play. Rushville Industry with the basketball. That is Fowler, number 10, stolen away by Huffman. He'll get it down to Strode. He'll run it down, gets it back into Huffman. Back to Mason, and now Mason trying to go to Perelku, throws it right in the hands of Crozier. He'll go the other way, scoops it up off the glass, count it, and a foul going to be whistled on BPC. And that's going to be whistled on Dalton Huffman, I believe.
It's his second, team second.
And that cuts the lead to 6 at 47-41, 46 and a half seconds to play.
That's one where you just almost let them have the basket.
Yep.
But it's hard to do that.
Crozier up and good. It's a 5-point game. Going to get full timeout by Rushville Industry here with 46 and a half seconds to play. 5-point lead for BPC at 47-42. Donna District Hospital, their athletic trainers in the MDH Rehabilitation Center with locations of Bushnell and Macomb provide expert help to Spartan student athletes in the prevention, care, and rehabilitation of all athletic injuries. Learn more at mdh.org. Donna District Hospital, more than a hospital care, a hospital caring. And also thanking you for voting MDH Rehabilitation Center's best of the best in McDonough County. Let their experience and dedicated sports medicine and rehabilitation staff show you why MDH has been voted best of the best in 2017, 18, 19, and again in 20. 3 convenient locations to serve you, 2 in Macomb and 1 in Bushnell. And also, thank you, MDH, for being our main sponsor here in all these contests on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
So the key here, get the ball in bounds, obviously. You get the ball in bounds, and you have to secure it as soon as you get it, because you know more than likely the foul is going to come immediately, and they're going to be swiping at the ball. So you get the ball in. You see that you probably have your best free throw shooters on the floor right now for BPC, and you have an inbound play set up to get the ball in bounds, as I said, and there goes
Allman to Strode. Cross court to Huffman. Huffman's going to
pull it back out.
Gets it to Allman, to Mason. Down to 38 seconds to play. No foul there. A couple of hacks on the wrist and no foul by.
That's probably who I would foul right now if I was them.
Strode with it. Grabbed by Bickerman. No foul. Now Huffman going to.
Oh, they're going to call an intentional. I can't believe they were going to try. He's the official. The coach said you got to go for the ball, and he did just wrap him up. The foul's on number 24, Sipes. Team's 10th. Huffman's going to be shooting 2, and then they'll get the ball back.
Right, a 5-point lead for BPC, 47-42. Huffman up and good, 48-42 lead for BPC.
This is a big one here. If they could stretch this to a 3-possession game, it's going to be pretty tough with 28.6 seconds remaining.
And he does, and BPC is going to keep the basketball now with a 7-point lead. 28.6 to play.
I was surprised a little that they called it, but I can understand why they called it. Tough break for Rushville.
Surprised we didn't see some fouls earlier, because there was a lot of bit of contact as BPC gets it in. Peroku, and he's going to be fouled.
By number 3.
And that's going to be Crozier.
His 4th.
49-42. Just a couple of seconds off the clock on that inbound play. 25.2 to play.
Sorry, folks, I wasn't keeping up on the fouls.
Peroku up and good, as we're going to see Altman and Huffman drop back. So BPC, other than Peroku, sending everyone back for defense. Chance to make it a 9-point game, and he does. Peroku with his hits both. 51-42, 25 seconds to play. Beckerman 3, well short, rebound down to Huffman. Peroku with it, and he's going to lose a handle. Mason's going to be fouled in the backcourt with 14.9 to play. Take your pick. Is it going to be Crozier or Bickerman? And it's going to be on Bickerman.
His second. So Mason's going to be shooting 2.
Mason up and off the back of the iron, no on the first. 9-point lead for BPC, 51-42. Second one on the way. This one hits the front of the rim and drops in. 10-point lead for BPC, 14 seconds remaining. Peckerman, that's going to be Fowler, I believe, with the 3, number 10, off the rim, no good. Altman with the rebound. He'll just dribble it out, and BPC, the JV squad's going to make it a 3-game winning streak. Wins this one by 10, 52-42 tonight, to improve to 3-2 on the season. And we'll be back here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
You know, you see fires on TV all the time. You don't understand what the families are really going through until you've lived it. The day before the fire, life was good. We went to bed, we woke up, and we had nothing. If it was not for Country Financial, we would still have nothing.
McDonough District Hospital's Dolores Cater Schweitzer Women's Center was built for one goal: to strengthen women's health services in the region's premier facility. Our dedicated staff, past and present, delivered generations of MDH babies, and now in the new Women's Center, our staff is ready to deliver the next generation and beyond. Come visit the Dolores Cater Schweitzer Women's Center and see for yourself the MDH difference.
As As we work together to stop the spread of COVID-19, McDonough District Hospital wants you to know that your health and safety are our #1 priority.
Our primary care providers are here to take care of you and your family's total well-being. Telehealth capabilities and the MDH Convenience Clinic all provide ease of access to our wide range of services.
All of this because we are committed to providing you quality and compassionate care that you have come to trust from us.
McDonough District Hospital. More than hospital care, a hospital caring.
Get dinner to the table quickly, no matter how busy your day's been. True convection cooking uses a fan to distribute hot air evenly and cook food faster. So dinner is ready when they are. True convection cooking, brought to you by Whirlpool.
And we are back here as the JV squad with a 52-42 win tonight. And Coach Steve Martin, congratulations, Coach. 3 in a row and a lot better offensive output tonight than what we saw on Tuesday.
Yeah, we just had one bad night that night, and we tried to fix it through our practices this week, and it showed. Thought the boys came out and played real hard and put the ball in the hole when we needed to.
Had some nice games tonight. I thought Strode and Paroku, all offensively, you guys had some good games, but Strode and Paroku, I thought, really stepped out for you guys tonight.
Yeah, they did. They do well off the ball, and when they do have the ball, they can create space on their own. And those guys are up. Rushville plays right up in your face, and those guys did well getting past them and getting through that.
Well, I know we talked Tuesday night. The free throw percentage was nothing to write home about Tuesday night. Tonight, much, much better from the line for you guys tonight.
Yeah, we shot probably, between the two nights, probably 100 free throws, each kid probably, and it shows. We're going to have off nights, that South Fulton game we were really off. We had one field goal in the first half. And we got some shots up and worked on some things that we weren't doing well. And I thought they came out and did everything I asked them to tonight, and I'm proud of them.
Yeah, again, a 10-point win, 52-42 tonight, as the JV squad's now put 3 wins in a row together. And
13 of 18 from the free throw line. You'll probably take that, won't you?
I'll take that every night. Okay.
That's not too bad. And Parelku was the kid that he was 6 of 6 in the fourth quarter. That's what wins a close basketball game. That's what made the 4-point game a 10-point game, literally, in this instance.
Yeah, he's a freshman, but he plays like a sophomore or maybe even a junior. He plays hard. He can handle the ball. He's not scared at any time of the game. And during the game, I try to getting the ball in his hands and let him go to work. We try to set screens for him and get our offense going that way.
If there was one thing I would say a little negative tonight, and you never hardly ever make this negative, but they almost seemed like they were willing to give up their shots too often.
Yeah.
They passed a few times that I thought, I remember Huffman do it, Parelko did it a couple times, I think Dalton Strode did it once or twice. They had wide open layups and they still tried to dish it instead.
That might be my fault, because in practice I'm saying let's get the ball moving, let's find the open guy. And when we stick to one pass shots and early in the possession shots, they don't seem like they're going in, but it seems like when we get in the flow and things are moving, we're hitting our shots a little bit better. So yeah. I'm trying to install that in practice, and that's probably why you're seeing that.
Nothing bad about it. I mean, that's a good thing that they're not. That probably means they won't force shots either, which is ultimately better than trying to force a pass. Probably is. Yeah. If you're not forcing shots, that's a good thing. They'll find the happy medium, and that's kind of what you have to find, isn't it?
Yep. You just got to go as the game goes. What you can get through the game, it's going to be different every game. And I thought they adapted well to what Rushville was trying to do tonight, and I'm proud of them, man. That was a good team that we played, and we got a win out of it. So.
Well, you mentioned in your face, they were really, it seemed like Fowler, when he was in the game guarding Mason, it was ball denial defense all the time. Yep. It wasn't just when he had the ball. I mean, he was denying him the ball, and he was right up in his mug when he had the ball. He wasn't leaving him anywhere.
Yes, I watched their film a couple nights in a row and stuff, and I could tell they'd try to get your offense out of whack, getting your point guard. You don't get the point guard the ball or whatever, but I thought Ez worked hard to get open most nights, or most times with the ball, and then Osmond stepped up and took the ball from him, so he didn't have to work quite as hard. And I thought both of them handled the ball pressure well, and it led to our win.
I would agree. It was a good night for you guys for sure, a 10-point victory. Anybody that we haven't talked about that stuck out for you?
I thought they all stuck out. I mean, if it wasn't for all of them, we wouldn't have this win. I mean, they all hustled. You know, it was day and night from the last game we played, you know, and that's all that matters. The things we worked on in practice, they all went out and did, and that's what you want as a coach, you know. Win or lose, if they do what you're trying to do and they buy into what you're trying to say, then you're going to be successful, I believe. And it's a good group of kids, and I love coaching them. I know that.
Well, we'll let you get out of here, Coach Martin. Thanks for joining us, and thanks for joining
Coach.
me the other night for a few minutes on 7th grade game or 8th grade
Put
game,
me
too.
on the spot,
I did put you on the spot.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Coach. Have a
BBC
good rest of the
Coach
weekend.
Steve
3 in a
Martin.
row for the JV squad, 52-42 win. As here we are in our JoJo's Gaming Parlor post-game show. They offer the best gaming experience in the McDonough County area. Stop in for a cold drink and a chance to take home a nice wad of cash while you're at it. Also on game nights, check out the TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH Events Live on the big screen. Come join your friends at JoJo's, located at 776 North Cole Street in Bushnell, and cheer the Spartans on to victory. So 3 in a row for the JV squad, and we'll be back here in just a couple of moments with our varsity contest tonight here on TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH.
We will stop this feed. We'll be back with a new feed in just a couple minutes. Thanks for joining.